Statement.
Okay, we're happy. We won the game. I got my wish. I wanted to win one ugly. We did that. We had a key stretch for about 5 or 6 minutes in the second half where they didn't score, and we scored 10 or 11. What'd you say? I scored them 11-1 during that time period. That was big for us. Our defense, believe it or not, really was better in the second half. The first half, we played without a brain, and it was not fun at halftime. It was not fun for me. It was not fun for them. But I liked our toughness, making plays down the stretch. And Nasir made 2 or 3 big baskets for us. Kobe made a big 3. Kobe made a big drive to the basket. Cam made a big running one-hander off the board. So we made some big shots down the stretch. And defensively, we were better, but at the same time, they missed a lot of shots at the end. They're probably tired from playing 6 guys only on Saturday and then flying down here and then playing. But the best thing to me was the fact we had only 2 turnovers in the second half. And I think that, needless to say, was big for us.
Did you need to respond this way, winning ugly after the stuff that you were saying the other day, the way that went down?
I think we just needed to win, but I don't mind winning ugly. I just hate the stupidity. And guys, at the end of the first half, the easiest defense in basketball is to switch a screen on the ball. And we're screaming red, red, red. We're switching the screen on the ball, and we don't switch. And guy gets a wide open 3 at the end of the half. I mean, I'm looking around. There's not very many athletic-looking people in here. Okay, but I bet you that I could say, all right, if there's a screen on the ball, switch. You would do that. So, yeah, we needed to win. I didn't give a blankety blank what it was pretty, ugly, or what it was.
Nasir had 11 all in the second half. Is it finally clicking for him? What did you like from what he did?
He took the ball to the basket. He got 3 good passes. Luke gave him the pass once on the layup. He got the dunk on a good drive. He got another good pass and made it. But 2 of them were drives to the basket where he's effective doing that. And his shot hasn't been going in for him, and he took it to the basket and made good plays. I think he was probably the key to the game. 11 points. And if I'm not mistaken, I didn't even put him in the first 6 minutes of the second half. So he didn't get in until about 11, 12, or 13, but I thought he was huge for us.
Coach, T.J. Gibbs finished with just 5 points, 1 of 9 shooting. I think Kenny guarded him for most of the night. How happy were you with Kenny's performance on the defensive end?
Well, I'll be honest, too. I thought that T.J. was really struggling. Even in the first half, I thought he was sucking wind one time about 8 minutes into the game. He was sick this weekend, and I think Kenny is our best defender and really does a nice job. For the most part, he stayed on the floor. He pump fakes you a lot. And we got 2 or 3. I think we had 1 shot clock violation, but we had 2 or 3 near shot clock violations where they just throw something up, and a couple of those times it was Kenny staying on the ground and being very sound fundamentally.
Mike said he felt like they got their kind of game and their pace. What was the value that your guys get from winning a game like that? Well,
I've said 100 times in the last 31 years, I like to win in 80s, 90s, or 100s, but to be a good team, you got to win in the 50s and 60s. And you look at the score, we had like 23 points. The only time I looked at the clock in the first half, or score in the first half, we had like 23 with 11 minutes to go. I mean, that's a real good pace for us. And then we turned dumb and didn't work at it after that.
Roy, you mentioned the glaring miscue defensively, but what did the team do well on that side of the court in the second half?
I think the second half, Mooney, gosh, he's really good. He likes playing here. We should have, if I'd have known about him and recruited him. He loves this place. He was 6 for 6 last year from 3-point line, and what did he end up tonight? 7 for 12, 16 points, 19 rebounds. I'd trade for him. I'd trade 3 or 4 of you guys for him. And, see if that would be. I don't think Mike would take it, but I would propose that for sure. But defensively, early in the second half, my staff at halftime, they're saying we got to change the defense on the screen on the ball. Let's squeeze and go under. And so I said, okay, we'll squeeze and go under. In the first play, Hubs pulls up behind him, shoots a 3, and the guys looked like they were a little confused. So I turned to the staff after about 4 possessions. I said, I'm not doing that. We're going to go back to regular screen on the ball. I don't think they made a single basket on the roll to the basket the second half. We covered it better. We did a better job. So basically what we try to do every day, they did a much better job of in the second half. And then, we make a silly mistake there down the stretch. We come running and stop a drive. They want to shoot 3s anyway. And but other than that, I thought defensively we were better in the second half. I don't know what they shot 37 in the second half, and neither one of us turned the ball over as much in the second half.
One more so you can get our players, please.